Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is an exciting day for the Line 6 Helix family. There has been a new firmware update. It's version 3.7, and with that comes a lot of exciting new features, including new amps, new cabs, and new effects, and of course bug fixes as well. But today I kind of want to focus on one thing, and that is a new amp. And it's not really new, it's new to the Helix family, but that is the Aristocrat? Yeah. The D-style, Dumble style amp that they just released in this new firmware update. So the first one we ever got was the Litigator, and that was kind of their version of kind of a American like D-style type of amp. And then later on, I believe it was sometime last year, we got the GSG 100 Grammatico, and now we have this new Aristocrat in the Helix as well. So I want to do kind of a comparison between all of them, and of course John Mayer type of tones. So basically what I did was I took a template that I used for my Grammatico GSG 100 John Mayer preset, and what I did was I copied it 2 more times, and I put in the new amp and I put in the Litigator and kind of tweaked just the amp parameters just to my liking, and just to kind of get it kind of in the ballpark. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare them all and then see how we can tweak them all. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take you to HX Edit. Today I'm using my Michael SX Custom. This is kind of my go-to. I have another one on the way pretty soon, which is going to be awesome. It'll probably be a new go-to for kind of that John Mayer type of thing. But let's go to HX Edit right now, and I'll kind of show you what we're working with. Okay, so here's the signal chain. Let's go ahead and start on the clean snapshot. Nothing on the top row is on. The only thing I have on are the amp cap, and we have some ambient reverb for kind of a room simulation, and then we have a dynamic hall. Now this preset, the full preset, is available on my website, johnkanashiroguitar.com, also available for the HX Stomp as well. So this is kind of the base, kind of what I think works really well for that John Mayer style. It sounds very similar to my Fractal one, which is kind of my go-to. But here's the clean tone right now. Let's do a little bit of slow dancing in a burning room. So on the 4 position right now. All right, so I'm hearing a nice big low end. Could probably dial things back on the treble a little bit, but overall it's a nice full type of tone. Let's go to the Litigator, so this one down here. And let's make sure it's on the clean snapshot. All right, let's go to the next one. We won't talk about that one quite yet. Make sure we're on the clean snapshot. So before we get started, let's go ahead and turn off hum because it's making too much hum. And let's go ahead and save this. So kind of what I'm hearing, the GSG is the fullest at its settings, and probably even the cleanest. Like, think of this drive as the gain on a D-style type of amp. So the gain's not necessarily adding more drive. That's where we would go to this overdrive channel right here, which is not engaged currently. But bass heavy, nice and balanced. As you can see right now, the volume is, for the channel volume, it's down kind of under halfway. And then if you go to Litigator, at similar-ish settings, you have to have the channel volume all the way up just to get it to balance out correctly. Now, this one sounds a little bit more thin and boxy to me, so I will make some adjustments, but here, let's play this guy really quick. Again, on the clean. Let's go and save this so it just pops up as clean. Yeah, so I'm hearing a lot more treble, so let's pull it back. Not as full. So right here, I'm going to let a little bit more of the low end come through. Let's take out some of the highs on this one. Let's see what the open cast is at. And let's bring back some of the highs here. Now let's see where we're at. Getting closer, maybe the drive can come back a little bit. It's still a little bit too boxy for me, so maybe bring the mids back. Let's see what this does. Getting a little bit closer. Maybe bring the master up just a tad. Maybe this can come up just a little bit more. And going back here. So really what I'm just trying to show you is that they're different in terms of D-style type of guitars, or guitar amps. So let's maybe go to its neutral, 1 inch away. Let's bring this back even more so we can let a little bit more low end come through. Same thing with this guy. Now, really what I might do is add some sort of EQ. All right, so that's the Litigator. Still just kind of a little more boxy for me. So I do have another preset. I call it Mayor Mania. This is the Litigator. Check out the cleans on this one. So that's utilizing some EQ blocks for that added oomph. So let's go to this new guy, the Aristocrat. I was calling it Aristocrat, like the Disney movie, Aristocrat. So taking a look right here, going to the cleans. So right away, I'm hearing, again, it's kind of boxy. So let's bring back the drive, bump up the channel volume, come over here, let's do this. Give it some high cut, bring back the low cut so you can let a little bit more of that through. Maybe some high cut right here. right, not bad. Let's take out some more treble. How about that? It's I don't know, it's just kind of a bright sounding amp for me. All right, there we go. That is it right there. So let's go ahead and save this. All right, now let's go through all three of them again. Let's make sure they're on the cleans. So after those little tweaks, let's see where we get. So this is kind of the staple right here. The Litigator. And the Aristocrat. All right, not bad. I think they really nailed it with this GSG 100, honestly. So let's go to the solo scene. So this is their Minotaur into the TS. Litigator. All right, so overall, again, I think the Litigator, you have to add a little something to it to get that thump compared to the GSG 100. That's kind of like a Dumble thing to me. This one just sounds really boxy. The Aristocrat kind of gets there. Again, I would probably add like some sort of EQ right here to bring up the lows, like maybe a simple EQ, and then right around, I don't know, let's see what this does. Yeah, definitely for this one, I would add some sort of EQ right here. It just sounds way better, gets a little bit more full. But overall, I like this amp a lot more than the Litigator. I think for the Litigator, you just have to kind of coerce it a little bit more into sounding good. Like back here with my Mayor Mania one, I have like a compressor on, I have low high shelf going, EQ, and then of course the cab stuff going on as well, just to get it to sound usable at kind of my settings for some John Mayer tone. But there it is. That is kind of a little comparison with the 3D style amps that we got in the Helix. I think the new one is sounding great, but really the pinnacle for me is this this guy right here, this GSG. It just sounds really good, but great Helix firmware update. There's a lot more stuff in there, and I'll try and get to it later, but have fun with this new firmware update, and we'll see you later.